Oh, there we go. Who is this guy? Who is this guy messing up our high five?
This is Alexis Morgan report.
Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Well, the Celtics have their two J's, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Both capable, DA, thank you. And the Clippers starting five. Batum is out there with Morris. And there's Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the three. And for the Celtics, Walker and Smart, the guards. Brown, the small forward, with Tatum holding down the four spot. And it's Thompson in at the center, filling out the middle. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
Now, here is George. And Leonard has it in the corner. George looking around. Rebound, Boston.
Oh, I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers. Oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
Smart against George. Here's Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Excellent control from Tatum. The assertiveness he displays on these possessions is why people love this guy.
And when talking about Tatum, it's hard not to think back to 2017 when Danny Ainge traded back to three, essentially choosing him over Markelle Fultz.
Yeah, and now Fultz is starting to pick it up a little bit, though. He's going to be dynamic. But you're right. Certain deals can define a franchise. And Ainge is unafraid to take chances.
Here's Brown trying to get open as Thompson. The step back jumper is good.
And the D just a step slow reacting to the step back.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. 4-point game. Morris kicks to Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Traps in the tray.
This is the kind of teammate Batum is. You like seeing him share it like this.
1:19 left here in the first quarter. Tatum. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now, here's George. Over Smart. And Tatum pulls it down. The Celtics have gotten their first three shots to go in for him to start off this game. Leonard with the steal. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. They grabbed their own miss. Here are the Celtics with the ball. Brown the pass to Walker. Lays it up off the glass.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Here's Jackson. Puts it up from 17. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Jackson.
There you see why you want the ball in Jackson's hands as much as possible. He can clearly set the table.
Here's Walker, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
First free throw is good.
A shoot-first point guard who can fill it up in a hurry. That's Walker, and quite simply, he's one of the game's best scorers.
Kemba Walker hits them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Clippers trail by 5. And here's Leonard. And the shot goes in.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
And that does it for the first quarter. Celtics out in front. They lead by 5. And we'll be back with you right after this. And before the game, we checked in with Marcus Smart, who told us how his upbringing helped shape his approach to the game.
I'm the youngest of 4 boys. So as anybody who has siblings, older, younger, you understand the struggle, especially being the youngest. You know, you always got to fight for what you want.
And no question, Smart is considered one of the toughest guys, Greg, in the NBA.
And you have to love his passion, his willingness to sacrifice his body for the team on a nightly basis.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Kennard is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's man in at the 3, the small forward.
Wow, wonderful court awareness that time. You can count on Walker to find the open man.
And with the Celtics entering that win-now mode last season, the acquisition of Walker just made too much sense.
Yeah, he's a proven winner. Dating back to college, Walker's made a ton of clutch shots in his career. GA, as long as he's in Boston, he'll have plenty of opportunities to continue that.
Williams against Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Down low.
You know, still a raw talent, but Williams does have a reliable inside game that continues to get better.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Oh, and Jackson is not just a terrific shooter, but a fantastic defender as well, using his great speed on both ends.
So he gets them both. Second quarter of action, about 1.5 minutes played. Williams up on top, defended by Batum. The shot's good from Fournier.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, and it's because of the looks they're getting. Their offense is creating some great opportunities.
And finished off by Brown.
That's just elite defense by Smart, seizing the opportunity and taking it the other way.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. They trail by 11. A floater. Williams with the block. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Tatum looking around. .43 seconds left in the first half. 6 to shoot. Smart misses. Clippers trail by 11. Batum wide open. He fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Batum's got his first points of the night.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Here's Tatum. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists in the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. George, no good. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And he he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And one thing Williams has, a lot of natural strength. You can play him physical, but most of the time he's going to win that battle.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. There's 10 seconds left here in the second. Outside, George. And some nice defense there to end the quarter.
The amazing thing about Williams, yeah, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space means he's more than just a rim protector. Doesn't care where you're shooting from.
And so it's the Boston Celtics sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you're in a good position here at the break. What do you tell your team to make sure they don't let up?
Well, I don't think it's about letting up or playing better. It's just playing the right way. We just have to play good basketball. And we talked about it before the game. That's our goal going into the game. That doesn't change no matter what the score is. So that'll be the discussion at halftime.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. The second quarter got a lot more exciting for them as they were putting up big numbers and find themselves way out in front here at the half. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
What a true demonstration of dominance. They made a commitment to owning the glass, and they made good on it. Blocking out, competing hard in traffic, that's the way you should play on both ends of the court.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster. Without major improvements defensively, this game is O-V-A, over.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Here's Walker. Round the small floor with Tatum holding down the 4 spot. Fournier out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Williams at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the Boston 5. Here's Brown. Count that bucket. Brown's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Celtics.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams. A serious talent when Robert Williams is healthy. He makes his presence felt. Has great length and lift off the floor. Defensively, he protects the rim and even blocks shots out on the perimeter. It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime with the defensive.
Passes it to Tatum. To Walker. 5 to shoot. And then offensively, Williams is mostly a rim runner at this point. Greg, there are signs that the jumper is coming along.
Yeah, you know, when he was drafted at the end of the first round, there was a lot of talk about rebuilding his shot mechanics, and that's still a work in progress. But where he's really impressed people is with his passing. He has terrific instincts for the game.
Here's Leonard. That one goes. Count it. Leonard's got his third bucket of the night.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
Yes, that goes in.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here, trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the tunnel.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Oh, good on the triple. Boston leading by 16. Brown finds Tatum. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
What I like about Tatum, he moves his feet well, understands angles. He plays more physical than advertised.
Jackson has the open look. The shot's good on the assist by George. Jackson's got 5.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
30 seconds left to play here in the third. Walker the pass to Williams. Batum against Walker. Outside Tatum. They get it back. Williams. And it's Williams with the jam.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Floats one up, and it's blocked by Brown. Nobody near Leonard. Off target from outside. It'll count. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Yeah, great job of getting a look before the horn sounded and gaining some momentum.
And so it's Boston with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got Ivica Zubac. Rajon Rondo is out there with Kennard. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's man in at the 3 spot. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. On a team filled with big wings last year, Walker gave the Celtics a guy with Greg's supreme quickness who could break down the defense when nothing else was there.
And he's that rare commodity, an elite catalyst who doesn't have to dominate the ball to make an impact. That allows room for others to feel empowered out on the floor. It's just one of the many ways Walker makes his teammates better.
Outside, Smart shoots the 3. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And the Clippers making a switch here. Batum's checked in. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
And read the plate perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
.151 left in the fourth quarter. Rondo against Walker. Batum passes to Leonard. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
Left side Walker. Brown outside. Back to Walker. Tatum at the elbow. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Leonard. And Tatum with the basket on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Clippers trail by 20.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Celtics.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Williams.
He had a hand in just about everything they did tonight. I mean, he just didn't take a single possession off on either end. He was the complete package.
And he makes the first. And not only is Smart one of the best defenders in the league, Greg, he's also one of the most versatile players in the NBA.
Kev, when you talk about players who can guard 1 through 5, it's usually referring to Kawhi, PG-13, or Giannis, but Smart at 6'4" has the strength, the anticipation, and the toughness to hold his own against anyone. It's remarkable.
Here's Ibaka. Whistle blows. If that's going to be a travel.
Costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Man, when you're playing from behind, that's the last thing you want to do. Make matters worse.
Ojale is checked in for the Celtics. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Parker with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Beverly looking around. The pass to Ibaka. And Beverly kicks to Ibaka. He had a nice open look right there.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
And so the Celtics now can just hold on to the ball. Here's Pritchard. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.